Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into a really old story.
From the book of Judges, right?
Yeah.
Samson.
That's the one. Judges 15 verses 9 to 17. And our mission really is to try and unpack a key difference.
The difference between like genuine peace and just feeling comfortable.
Exactly. That sort of deceptive calm we can easily mistake for the real thing.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it, how an ancient text like this speaks right to our modern search for stability.
Totally.
But it really challenges us, asks if the peace we have is, well, genuine or maybe just an illusion we've settled for.
That search for stability is so relatable. We all want things to feel comfortable, New job, new place, just daily life.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, even when things are comfortable on the surface, there's still this, emptiness or a nagging feeling.
Yeah, an unease.
What does this old story tell us about that feeling?
Well, what's fascinating here is this distinction, maybe best captured in Korean, between that's like physical comfort, convenience, versus ainera, which is true, deep spiritual peace.
Ah, okay. Big difference.
Huge. And this passage in Judges, it paints a picture of being, you could say, comfortable but spiritually dead.
Wow.
Or maybe living well materially, but life feels thin, lacking that richness. It's that lack of true peace.
That's powerful. Okay, so let's set the scene from the text. The Philistines attack.
Right, but not out of the blue. It's retaliation for things Samson did.
Okay, got it. But here's where it gets, really interesting. Judah's response.
Yeah, what do?
They don't fight the Philistines. Instead, 3,000 men from Judah go to confront Samson.
Their own guy.
They actually say to him, this is verse 11, "Don't you know the Philistines rule us? Why do you bring this on us?"
Whoa, so they're blaming him for disturbing their arrangement.
Yeah, exactly. It's shocking, isn't it? Judah had gotten so used to being oppressed by the Philistines, they called that peace.
They preferred that comfortable setup, even under foreign rule, to, God's way.
It seems so. They valued that cozy coexistence so much, they decided to tie up Samson, their deliverer, just to keep things calm.
Just to preserve that false peace. Wow, that's deep complacency.
It really is.
But, God doesn't just leave it there, does he? Even with Judah basically asleep at the wheel.
No, he steps in.
The Spirit of the Lord comes powerfully on Samson, breaks those ropes. That's verse 14.
Yeah.
And then he wins this crazy victory with, a donkey's jawbone?
Donkey's jawbone. And the place gets named Ramath-Lehi, Jawbone Hill.
Right. And that name, that place, it symbolizes where that false harmony got shattered, where the sin, the compromise was exposed.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, God uses what we might call holy discomfort, like Samson, who was definitely a troublemaker to Judah.
To shake things up.
To shake us awake from spiritual compromise. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Could there be Samson-like things in our own lives?
Like uncomfortable situations. Or even people.
Yeah, that God might be using to break our false sense of peace.
Yeah.
It's not always easy to spot, is it?
No, definitely not. And that whole idea of Judah wanting to sacrifice Samson for their peace, it kind of points forward, doesn't it?
How so?
To the greater Samson, Jesus.
Oh.
Think about Caiaphas, the high priest in Gospel of John. He says basically, it's better for one man to die.
Right, for the sake of the nation, for preserving their peace with Rome.
Exactly. Jesus was also seen as a troublemaker by those clinging to a false peace.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the divine plot twist. God allowed the cross. That was the moment the false peace was shattered, paving the way for true peace through the resurrection.
That's the heart of it.
Yeah.
And it brings up another point about Samson, Why is he even in Hebrews 11? The hall of faith. He was so flawed.
Yeah, that's a good question.
The focus there, it isn't really on Samson being perfect or qualified. Not at all.
So what is the focus?
It's on God's faithfulness.
Yeah.
His unwavering commitment. God used even Samson's failures, his messy life, to show his own faithfulness and ultimately to point towards the gospel. And that's amazing news, right? God uses the unqualified, works through imperfect people like us.
That is such good news. It makes me think of a broken light bulb in the fridge.
Okay.
At first it's annoying, the darkness, but after a bit you just adapt. You stop noticing it's dark.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Our spiritual lives can be like that. We can adapt to spiritual dimness, right?
Yeah.
Become unaware of our own complacency.
That's a sobering thought.
So maybe ask yourself, when was the last time you really, truly repented? Felt that fire reading scripture? Really felt God's presence in prayer? Or even just genuinely wanted to share your faith?
Tough questions.
Because maybe Satan's best trick today isn't always loud persecution. Maybe it's just comfort, keeping us quiet in a cozy but ultimately false safe zone.
Exactly. Which is why that holy discomfort we talked about is actually vital. It's a path to real life.
Jesus even said he came bringing a sword, didn't he?
He did. Matthew 10.34. Not the world's definition of peace. And he talked about the narrow path to life, Matthew 7.
Right.
True, lasting peace. It's not found in worldly comfort or compromising. It's only found living fully under God's rule.
So true peace isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about the presence, the active reality of God's sovereign rule in your life.
Well said.
So the challenge for all of us listening maybe is to think, what's my Ramath-Lehi? Where does my comfortable illusion need to shatter so true victory can begin? Are you ready to move past complacency and into what God really has for you, for your family? Something to think about.